Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate. Science fiction on a screen so bright. Old classics and the new delights. The unapologetic geek will lead the way with facts and fun to fill your day. Discussing every detail, every frame, from the eerie to the loud and the tame. Gig along with all that's great. Those Sunday vibes you can't debate. Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate.
Oh, all right. That was surprising.
That is nice.
Careful, man. You're going to get kicked out of the country showing up your aliens like that.
Right? No.
Hello, and welcome to Tug Chat. Today we have absolutely no topic, so we're just going to go off the fly. And we are all wearing hats.
Yes.
But now
Tracy's
Sarah and I are not nearly silly enough. But Sarah has the sunflower.
No, I don't have the sunflower. That would be Tracy.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry, my brain.
Yeah, I can see my name is Byflock Sarah. That's Tracy TFH. No, actually, it's TH Ham. So
TF Ham, yes.
Yeah. Tracy's ham.
I think you're still muted, Tracy. Oh, no, there you are.
Having
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It's hard to wear.
I can't wear this headset and wear the headset.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
This hat reminds me of Jake. The carpetbagger. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he's got one with like a bunch of like buttons on his.
No, what?
Jacob the carpetbagger. He has a
YouTube travel channel.
Oh no, not a clue. You said he was a carpetbagger?
Yeah.
It's the name of the channel. Jacob, heavyset dude. He goes around and visits all these amusement parks and really cool places in America you just don't usually see on most channels. There's three of them. There's him.
His name is Carpetbagger.
Jordan the Line, and
my friend Scott, who's Scott on tape.
Scott on tape.
Well, that's not as weird, but I mean, you said Carpetbagger. Like I'm stuck on that.
He names himself Jacob the Carpetbagger. And he does.
Okay, I'm gonna have to discuss that topic on Thursday.
Anyway, Lance, hi, happy early birthday!
Hi, early birthday back at you, Lance.
My nose is running.
Congratulations.
Geek and I were talking backstage about alligators, because Florida and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I forgot where I was going with that story now, so don't worry about it.
Apparently, crocodiles can't stick out their tongue, but alligators can. So if you can't tell the difference, you just got to get them to stick out their tongue at you.
Yeah,
or you can just look at their faces and tell the difference. It's really simple. You don't have to get that close to the tongue. You don't.
I thought crocodiles.
Another difference between crocodiles and alligators is how many chews it takes to get to the center of a tug pot.
There you go.
I do have an alligator story because, I mean, obviously I'm from Florida.
I've eaten gator.
Yeah, I've had a few run-ins with alligators too, man. They're not fun.
No, I used to work, when I was in college, I used to work housing security, which basically just meant that I walked around and made sure all the doors were locked in the middle of the night.
Wait a minute. Your job was to open doors?
To make sure they were not unlocked.
Right. But you had to do that by checking them, by trying to open them.
Oh, yeah. That was my job. Yep.
They call that being a criminal now, but okay.
I know the creme de la creme.
Yeah, I had a walkie-talkie and a clipboard and all that stuff.
Yes, you can let people know. I have walked into student room number 12. Look and see what's happening.
I will make a note of it.
Mhm. I saw that they were not in bed at this time either.
Anyway, one night I'm walking behind the dorms and I'm looking at
Mm.
my clipboard, and as soon as I put my clipboard down, there's a giant alligator right in front of me,
Oh no.
staring right back at me. I stared at it, it stared at me. And this thing, I would later learn, was 24 feet long, which is a big boy. Alligators very rarely get that big.
Well, you know, unless they're eating people.
So at that distance, because I was less than 24 feet away from him, so like he was closer to me than his tail was from his head.
Mhm.
And
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet tall.
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, good. And I have some type of diagram of height.
He was
something.
huge. He was
Just
just
a ratio.
enormous. Like it didn't even look real at first. Like I thought it was a sculpture or something because it was so big. So I pick up my walkie-talkie and I say, I've got a, trying to think of like what is the code for an alligator in front of my face.
Alligator in front of my face. Don't help.
I wind up saying, I've got a big bleeping alligator because I didn't know what else to say. And they said, okay, we'll call animal control. We'll be out there in a few minutes. So I spend what felt like hours just standing there staring at this thing while it stared back at me. Every once in a while, it would twitch a little bit just to let me know it was alive.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's like, hey, look out, dude! Here.
Closest I've gone to those gators is in Wakala Springs.
Anyway, animal control did come and take it away, and as soon as animal control showed up, and they had the stick with the noose on it, basically, I saw how fast that thing can move, and
right.
I'm glad he wasn't hungry when I met him.
Yeah, so that's the student that was missing in that room, right? Now you know. That's why they weren't in bed.
In your pants. Because I know I
came real close, let me tell you.
Well, listen, he probably did. Okay, let's be realistic here. Especially afterwards. He's like, I gotta go on break.
I seen a really big alligator video on YouTube of going across a golf course somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's like 27 foot long, and it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, those things are it's unreal.
It's really scary. I think it'd eat you with one bite. Look.
It could.
Yeah.
Raisinette.
But I've heard that when they get that big, they tend to only go after really easy prey just because they wear out easily. So they probably won't eat you, but they could if they really
can't run anymore, so I'm the first to go.
I don't know which one's scary, the big crocodiles, the big alligators, or the really big snakes that's on video eating them.
I think what's really scary is Florida man in general. But I'll take the snaky gator any day because they're just doing their jobs as being normal animal things, right?
Consider the fact that if you're in Florida and you come across a big alligator, odds are high that he's eaten at least one Florida man. So he's got meth.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're meth gators at this point, that's for sure. But living in California, which is the meth capital of something, I'm sure, I don't know. They said in every documentary. And this is the meth capital. I'm like, so everywhere's the meth capital? Okay, well, anyways, California, yeah. And that's what we feed our volcanoes.
Sounds almost tribal.
Right, it is. We got to appease the volcano gods with meth because I don't know. It makes sense. I don't know. There you go. My brother's in the bathroom. He's just hawking loogies. Gross. Okay. You guys can hear that. Oh,
I can't hear it.
No. All right. I'm trying here, guys. I swear.
Thrash isn't here today. This is the second week in a row that he's taking off, but he will be back, and he's got his own thing tonight with Sarah and this man here.
Yeah, that guy, whoever he is.
He said he had afternoon commitments, but he was free at night.
Yeah.
But
it's that
I'm not
time
gonna
of the year when everybady's spreading holiday cheer. You gotta go spend time with families and do all the Christmassy stuff.
Don't listen to Dad. He's wrong.
To the theater with little children this week to see a cartoon. I'm gonna pull my hair out and cry.
That explains a lot.
And here's the thing about it: it's like it was back today. You can't smoke in the theater no more.
Are you sure?
On the side.
You can't even vape in them no more. They got a sign.
Nope, they will.
No,
get you.
see, that's the thing is you just stick it in, and then you're fine. And you
He
just
doesn't have those. He doesn't have that pocket. It doesn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think they can add them.
They got goofs with flashlights that walk around and shine you up like coons if you're over there smoking one in the theater now. And they run you out.
That's
Smoke
crazy.
are after you.
Yeah, anyway, so
but if the film breaks, it'll take them like 10 minutes to figure it out. Yeah.
Wait. Soda? What's that?
Soda? Who said anything with soda?
Anymore?
It's a fountain. I assume soda.
Do they use film anymore?
No.
In some places, it depends on what theater you're talking.
I went on a little tour of a theater. A friend of mine, he bought a theater. He runs one up in Greenville, and he gave me a little tour. He was under the impression that I'd actually want to spend time there. Oh God! Give me a little tour. It's in a bad neighborhood. It's not like I want to go hang out in the ghetto and watch movies. But
well, it was a beautiful hat, Tracy. It really was.
Thank you. I'm starting to get hot.
It's logged up to the internet, and they just click on what movie they're going to show, and bam, it pops up on. They show it in a film. You don't have to worry about them breaking no more. It's got a generator. If I were to go out in the neighborhood, the movie's still gonna be on.
Yeah, as I understand it, most movie theaters, like real like movie theaters that show modern movies, they have like one or two dedicated theaters that still have film projectors in them, but most of them are just digital now. So yeah.
Now, like I said, I figured this cheap little theater in the ghetto with 2 screens. If it's got the fancy computerized screens and all that, and no film, every one of them probably should.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should discuss the Nazi starfish again. That was
why are we going to talk about that again?
I know it's just in my mind, like Duran. I can't get it out now. Thanks, Aaron.
I was biting my tongue not to bring that up. You know.
Family show, Dan.
That's fine.
Whoops. There you go.
Well, so that like the few people out there who have no idea what we're talking about, I'm going to find it. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. While
it's on my channel. Just go to my
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
There. All right, cool. Yeah, because it's very important that we discuss this again.
I already took my notes last week.
I know, but we need to discuss them this week. For that show, tune into last Thursday's show.
I didn't know there'd be a quiz.
That's better than my dream. I had a dream last night where I shaved before I went to bed, and when I woke up, the beard was back, like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus.
Oh
no. Well, anyways, okay. So I want to say hi to Mile High community there. He's epic. Love that dude. Check him out. He's got good channels there. He just talks about First Amendment stuff and other things. Good dude. It's also funny. Just don't tell anybody. Okay. Just saying. Okay. Look at him concentrate.
I don't share my screen very often. So.
Yeah. Right. He's got to be careful when he shares the screen too, so we don't see his taxes.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. It's Kung Fu, guys. Swear. Just amazing.
There he is.
It's the best.
Oh, Lex.
And then it explodes. Of course it does.
Yeah, of course, right, yeah.
Anyway.
There you are. So there we go. Now we have discussed it once again.
Once again, that has one of Sarah's videos. It has the usual effect on me.
I'll be right back. Wait a minute. So you think that's bad? When I first saw it from Tug, this was a brand new bottle. So that didn't work. I had to upload it. It was crazy.
Me, I have this as my spiritual
Oh,
advisor.
that's much better
You're
now.
an 8-ball.
Did you
Can't
say
tell you
paintball or
now.
8-ball? Okay, I have a question. Will Dan change his hat again?
Looks like it may happen.
Hey,
It knows
at least
everything.
There's one hat I didn't put on. Be happy.
I don't know. It's not my channel, so I don't know if I should be or not.
I'm saving that one for your channel.
Oh, see you Thursday. Hey, BK, how you doing, bro?
Merry Christmas,
Hey,
BK.
BK.
Don't tell him Merry Christmas. Make him all happy and filled. I mean, hi, Merry Christmas. Yeah.
I like this hat. It pulls my hair.
I would imagine it's all sequence and very Dolly Parton.
Right there. Hey, don't insult my hat right there. That's the stars and the stripes of the American flag right there.
Well,
There
I
are no
would know. It
stripes.
looks like a hat, not a flag, so I was way off.
I wear this hat on the 4th of July when I'm cooking out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows where you're at. Where's Dan? Oh, if he's not wrestling, you see him in his hat. There you go.
I'm a very mysterious man. I wear many hats.
Right? I'm gonna leave that one alone. Maybe I'll pick that up on Thursday.
Good stuff hat, you know. But
Right? I can't. I'll keep.
He's such good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, Thursday's the best stuff. It's best.
That's when we get our R rating.
NC-17 sometimes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have gotten the thing that says this is not suitable for whatever, and I'm like, wow, nobody else got the same claim, and it was on multiple channels. Why me? Huh?
Oh, I've been on your streams that got took completely down. Come on.
Well, yeah, there's that. I'm not one taken down by CBS themselves, so there you go. They said it was 100% stolen footage, and I was like, no, it's not.
Nudity that didn't make it.
Yeah, there was that. That's the first time he's on my panel. Yeah, good job. See, yeah. He's like, and I was like, I can't even tell. That's terrible.
First time I ever popped up on a live stream.
You popped up already.
Years ago, we up there and we having our personal conversation on a live stream, and I'm excited. And then all of a sudden, here comes some guy jingling. He's jangling around, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fun future.
Right. Anyway, so I'm doing this on my cell phone, right? It's like this here is like a plus, right? So the screen's bigger, right? So I was just on a regular cell, so it's a smaller screen. I could not tell until everybody pointed it out to me because on my phone you could not tell, right? You just could not tell. It looked like he was wearing shorts. Anyways, was not.
And if I'm correct, it's before I got a laptop all fancy. It's back when I used the phone too.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know, that looks like a little old bitty tallywhacker on there.
Yeah, everyone's like, what?
It is.
Yeah, so anyways. Right, and that's why we now DM people's link.
See how I keep it clean on the Good Stuff channel?
You've already said a swear word. What?
I've used 1940s slang.
When?
It always reminds me of the movie Porky's. It's like, can we just call it a tallywhacker?
Can we just talk about how awesome that movie is?
That movie's great. Yeah,
it's a great movie, man. Yeah, I was like really sick, and I was hanging out with people backstage a few years ago, and they're like, "Hey, you don't watch a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm dying, but let's do that, right?" And then they're like, "Have you ever seen Porky's?" And I was like, "No," and they're like horrified. I'm like, "Hey, parents are Mormon, plus just haven't had an opportunity, okay?" Anyways, and so we watched it. I was like, "Oh, okay, that is awesome." So yeah, you watch more of them. Anyways, moral of the story is
that's what turned you into the person you are today. Yes.
No, it was not. I was this good beforehand. That just helped. Yeah. But good movie. You know the scene where they're in the school? No, anyways. It's like every scene, but never mind. Family show.
Okay.
Not to get too political, but like at the very beginning of that movie, like you find out the one friend is kind of an anti-Semite, right? And instead of just like pushing him away and canceling him. They're like, he's our friend.
Mm.
We know he shouldn't be saying these things, but he's our friend. And the guy eventually like comes around and learns the error of his ways, and like that's a really wholesome message. That doesn't seem to be the way the world works anymore, is it? Like, just a thought.
Wait, you said a wholesome message? What is a wholesome message now? What?
Well, in that movie, he like
Oh.
he finds out that he shouldn't be an anti-Semite. He's just angry at his own father.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, don't take your daddy issues out on the rest of us.
Exactly. And he and that guy, the Jewish guy, become like really good friends. And in the sequels, they're like best buds. Yeah.
In real life, I've got a friend whose grandfather was a Nazi. And I don't blame her for all that. Well, it's sick in the head,
Right? Was he a starfish
my
Nazi?
friend, he was a part of the SS.
Right, so he was a starfish Nazi. We got it. Okay, we saw what happened to
I'm
that.
just saying, it's like you can't tell who's your friends and where they come from and what their
The sins of the
ancestors-
fathers
don't
felt
know
their
this
sins.
story.
I mean,
Yeah.
my ancestors didn't do that well. My grandfather himself was a merchant mariner back in the days of the Depression, and he was also one to fight for unions. So who knows what the hell he did back then? Because back then it was you're fighting with your teeth.
The Wild West, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah.
I mean, nobody gets out of it clean.
Well, right, like my dad's mother, her dad was straight from China, right? Grandpa Lo, and from what I understand, I mean, I don't know because I never talked to the man because he was dead long before I was born, but he had come to America, him and some of the members of the family, because he wanted to get out of the Chinese mafia. So I'm like, right on. So there you go. I might have had relatives that chopped people's fingers off. I don't know. Kuza thing. Now it's Japanese. Who cares? I don't know. Listen, don't bother me with it. I didn't do it. There you go. And then we had some relatives on my mom's side who didn't like, slavery and stuff like that. So, they sold off all that stuff, and then they became prominent members of some community in South Dakota or someplace. And they had like drugstores and like, places named after them in the cities and stuff, right? There you go.
Yeah.
What was her name?
My family's from Italy. My dad was actually born in Rome. My family knows how to make war and make spaghetti.
Isn't that the same thing? Didn't you hear about the Great Spaghetti Wars of the whatever era?
I thought spaghetti grew on trees. The BBC.
It's actually just a monster, and if you find it on your plate, it's because you pooped.
Talk about killers that attack tomatoes.
Right?
Attacking to kill tomatoes is how much spice Granny used to put in that spaghetti sauce. You'd be
Sounds great.
Like a dragon.
I like spicy food, and I eat Indian food all the time. But like, I went to an Italian restaurant here. We have Little Italy here in St. Louis, and I ordered something that was spicy, and it was so spicy I couldn't even eat it, which for me that's like intense. It was like nuclear fire.
Lots of garlic.
I can't imagine nothing too spicy. I can't eat it. That's inconceivable.
My son still ate it, so it wasn't that bad, apparently.
I can imagine the amount of suffering I'm going to do later for eating it.
Well,
But I know it's coming when I eat it. Like my days, once a week, I have burritos. And I know before I eat them, I'm going to regret it later. I'm going to eat them burritos with extra salsa and just spice them all up. And it's so wonderfully, and it tastes so good. The whole time I'm eating it, knowing, God, I hope I got a gallon of milk in there.
Dude, my
do it.
My mom's brother, he's dead now, but my Uncle Marvin, right? He used to work for Mattel, and then he used to get his toy testers and stuff like that, right? And I used to go out there and do the toy testing with him and stuff. Don't remember, except for one time being up there in his office. But anyways, he loves spicy food. He ate it all the time, right? He'd eat it till his face like melted off, right? So he was telling us one time, right, that he was at a restaurant with some people, and it was at dinner time. So all hospitals and dentists and stuff like that are not as available. Not hospitals. I meant dentists. There you go. Anyways, but so what happened was he was eating the most spicy whatever he was eating. Right, it was the hottest thing they had. Right.
The squash.
Yeah, and his filling came off.
Oh.
So he had a mouthful of
Oof.
But then he says to me, but I finished my food because it was tasty. And I'm like, your filling fell off. What? It's like, oh,
Ace
what?
is here.
Hey,
Hello, Ace.
Hey, Face, how you doing, bro? Yeah, he does. He goes out and explores abandoned places and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, that's always fun.
Yeah, he's a great channel. Good dude. Very nice. Although I'm still not wrenched over there. Anyway, sorry. Face, you know I love you, brother.
And
But
channel
yeah.
member John, I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I don't know how to pronounce that.
Right. Well, I'm channel member too.
That's true, you are, and so is Tracy.
Yeah, but we don't count her because she's been there for a long time. But I'm newer,
And so is
to me
Indy, but, you
important.
know.
Oh well, you know,
He's
a
Indy.
dude though.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm a
he's very independent, Indy.
God.
It's like Chance, his show the other day, right? I don't know who all caught it, but when he was sitting there talking about oh crap, I just forgot what I was going to say. No,
You guys.
I forgot now.
I've been watching Tug at least 4 years.
Wow.
I'm sorry
I've
to
only
hear
been
that.
around on YouTube like 5 years, so you're an early adopter.
I accidentally clicked on one of your old videos yesterday about something, and I was watching it, and I said, I'm gonna leave him a comment. When I went down there, I found where I left a comment 4 years ago.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's how you can tell how long you've been watching people when you see your 4 and 5-year-old comments start showing up.
That's
Yeah.
true, though.
That's
You know what's
pretty
really,
awesome, yeah.
what's really funny is when you've been at somebody's channel for so long that when you leave a comment, right, and you haven't left it for like say a couple of months, they go, "Where have you been?" And they have like thousands and thousands of subscribers. They really remember you, right? Because you came up with the funny things and stuff. And one time I had an argument with somebody in a chat on this person's channel, and they never forgot me because I used logic and vanquished them with like, "What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense, huh? What's your moral of the story point here? You're saying none? Okay, you just want to yell at me because I exist. Neat. Anyway, so it turned out to be really funny. Good times. Don't come at me with nonsense.
When I first was branching out into this community that we have all developed, I found Thrash by just clicking on some randomly recommended video about top 10 dad jokes. That's how I met Thrash.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the thing: about 2 or 3 months before that, he had left a comment on one of my videos. So he had found me first, and maybe the algorithm had then recommended me to him. But I didn't figure that out until months later when I was going back through a backlog of some comments that I hadn't responded to, and I saw his name. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And the timeline, it confused me, and I was really.
There's a timeline to think about. Did both y'all know Dave Sunstorm while y'all were meeting independently?
I didn't Dave until after I met Thrash.
I met Thrash on Dave Sundstrom's channel.
I learned about a lot of people from Dave's channel.
Yeah, me too.
I met Dan, and then that's how I found the rest of you. That's all his fault. Blame him.
I'm regretting that, by the way.
I think most people found us through Dave because Dave has a lot of subscribers.
Oh,
yeah,
he's got great shows.
Well, the thing is, like I said, the last time I was in there, he's like, and there's my Flock. I'm like, how do you know me, dude? And then I remembered, well, he pops into Pons' chat often, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It has to be. It dawned on me after I opened my mouth and said that a couple, 3, 4 times. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, internet. I have been around. Oopsies. Okay.
I definitely met Thrash Pondo as far as talking to him on Dave's, Pat McCormick on Dave's. Tug I'd seen before Dave's. Definitely.
Yeah, let's see. I did meet a lot of people through Dave. I did meet Pat and McCluskey.
BK on the air guy?
BK. Yeah.
I met Steve the Graveyard guy.
I met BK through Chance, so.
I think I met Chance through
No,
Thrash.
Life and Sad Ending, I met.
Oh, that's Steve. Yeah.
And Chance is the most knowledgeable person about nostalgia I've ever met in my life. I think he knows more than Dave.
Well, that's because I diagnosed Chance as a high-functioning child. And that's the thing. He's got all the enthusiastic of a child with all the everything that, we all loved as a kid and the passion, right? But he's also a really good adult who's got everything going for him. So he's a high functioning kid. It's amazing.
I just love how you can make some like random reference to like a 40-year-old episode of a TV show, and he will immediately know the name of the episode, the actors who were in it, and what else those other actors have been in.
And the date it aired originally on what?
And the date it aired, he'll have that off the top of his head.
Yeah, he's like retro savant.
He's a living IMDb.
Just savant. That's even better than a high functioning child. That's crazy. Anyways,
Yeah, no offense. But I mean, like, I'm in awe. I get
I'm impressed. I'm not making fun of him at all. I think it's great.
Either.
Oh, I was
like,
gonna
I'm
make fun of him.
down.
Let me tell you, we're in the future now, and we all got Google. Everybody's that smart.
Well, no, I don't Google things. I'm not.
I don't.
Chance. He goes,
Hello, Limey.
You lie. I see you Google all the time. I've seen you Google on my show even. Then you throw your phone up there and go, look.
I'm not saying I hardly ever Google stuff, but I could.
What time is it? It would be
comes up with some
like
awful stuff
5?
I've heard of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I rarely get hit with stuff I never heard of. But when I get hit with stuff I never heard of, it messes with me for days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, Indy, we turn to you for accuracy. You're our fact checker. That's what you do.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
That's why I don't spit facts. I go, I think, so I don't have to worry about it.
But I must say, Danny, you're no fool yourself. You got a lot of great comic books, and you got a lot of great things that you've shown on air, and it's just beautiful. I mean, nobody has stuff like yours. You know, you spend time on that.
I got quite a bit of collectibles. Here's one for you that's even funny. I got this one yesterday. It's in a box. I haven't even opened it yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in awe of you.
Cool. I got this one. Somebody sent me this for Christmas. And I thought it was so cool because I used to do a lot of writing.
Wow.
I could figure out how to open it. and I've never had nothing like this. But so
I got this from Chance.
Oh, nice.
It's a really cool ink pen.
Wow.
Oh, okay, cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's the only ink pen I ever saw. This great big giant one. It's got a freaking headlight on it, so you can write in the dark.
Sweet.
Wow.
I had 2 Star Trek pens that were made by NASA, so you could write upside down with them. And then somebody stole them.
I think I lost them somewhere.
I didn't think somebody would give
do I
me
have it still?
some music.
I have an old fountain pen and an inkwell, and sometimes I'll like, if I'm awake at like 3 a.m. and I want to write something down, I'll like turn on a candle and I'll grab my ink pen and I'll like write like I'm like some, provincial guy from like the 1700s. Like I'm Thomas Jefferson writing something down. It makes me feel special.
I owned a Mont Blanc or a couple Mont Blancs, and a lot of them just got so old that they couldn't even be cleaned up anymore.
Has anybody ever heard of Alexa key?
Alexa, what now?
Alexa K or whatever, or something. I don't know.
Alexandra Key? K? Alexandra K.
K key. Anybody ever heard of this?
There it is.
Nope.
I got this from Dan.
I like her. She looks
Apparently
nice.
she
Yeah,
likes
that's
me,
cool.
so she sent me an
That is
autograph.
really nice.
Got this from Dan too.
Cool.
Before I was
This is
born.
one of those
CD, man.
Fisher Space.
And I got that through the mail yesterday.
Nice. I always wanted that one indestructible sword that they used in Naked Gun, right? When Rogue Car was the bad guy, right? And he has the fighting fish or whatever it was, I forgot now. Anyways, and he's like, it's impervious to everything but water. He just throws it in the tank. I want that pin. It doesn't rain out here in California, so I can use it pretty much every day. Or sword or whatever the heck it was. I don't remember now. But that, I want that.
I don't have any neat pens within arm's reach.
Well,
I've got one with a fidget spinner on it.
We're not going to go.
That's cool.
We're not going to go into Danny's pen fetish.
I love pens
But we
too.
do have 75 different kinds in this cup.
I think I got you beat.
Really expensive ones in it. And over
There they
beside
go.
me is a drawer slammed full of them.
I got pens,
Right.
pencils, and everything. I trade. I'm a graphic designer, so I got a lot of art supplies.
Okay, so I don't have anything but these wonderful. Oops, there goes my headphones. Anyways, I don't have anything but these wonderful marker set here. The paint markers.
Those are cool.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh, I like
There's
those.
another one.
Are those
forgot.
Copics?
I don't know what that
Stick
means.
pins and markers.
Copics are
Oh, what is that?
expensive.
Oh, I didn't
Ooh,
know.
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
those
are
are
nice.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't
Yeah, my
Those
noticed
are
wife's
pretty
got a
sharp.
set like that, I think.
And this is the
That's
only
nice.
ink I have in my room.
I've got so much
Uh-huh.
here. I need to get rid of. I have an art supply store in my room.
Well, I
Apparently.
do a lot of writing. I write books, believe it or not, and I write them all in ink. And
That is so
when you
sweet.
write in
That is
ink, you
cool.
go through a lot of ink pens.
Right? So, how many are published? Just out of curiosity.
No, and I'm not like Tug. I hadn't even tried to get them published.
Oh.
Not even
Tug.
like works of half finished stuff.
Yeah, the actual writing is easy compared to trying to get published, especially if you try to go through the proper channels. Like I have had my soul
proper
destroyed.
channels. What?
Yeah.
You're like, your book is boring. You're like, okay, so can we publish it? I don't care. Listen, I didn't write the book for you then, apparently, but can we publish it now?
I write them, you know.
Wow.
Oh, awesome.
They're all
That is
really
pretty
neat.
cool.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like your
that's
artwork too.
This was
Yeah.
called Valley of the Green Giant.
oh my
That's what
gosh!
I'm working
For a
on
minute
called
there,
Valley of the Green Giant.
I was
It
thinking
has
of
nothing to
ho
do
ho
with
ho,
green giants.
Green Giant.
Huh?
But
It's actually a book about drug use. Green Giant is a form of narcotic in the book. Valley of the Green Giants.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't say I wrote nice, sweet, good books.
well, nobody asked either, so we just assumed that you wrote Danny Staton books, and we were right.
I was thinking he was just like writing books about cryptids or something, you know.
No,
Yeah.
I wrote a book and I tried to get it published, but they wouldn't let me get it published because of copyright. They said it was a great book. The publisher said, "I wished I could publish this book. It's brilliant, but we
That's what
can't get it
all
published
publishers say.
because of 2 copyright issues of me involving stuff involving Captain Nemo and stuff that's copyrighted by Disney under the 20,000 Leagues of the Sea thing. And you can't use Nemo as a character."
I mean, Disney knows their way around copyright law, but that seems really weird since 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was written 150 years ago. You'd think it'd be.
I know.
And they take
You
ownership.
get sued if you bring up Captain Nemo without their permission or paying them a big fee. When
What if you just misspelled it?
League of Extraordinary
Extraordinary Gentlemen, yeah.
Captain Nemo in it, and Disney pitched a bit that they got their little cut, you know.
Yeah, because Disney's
That's
hurting for money.
ridiculous. I like how when Disney does something, they'll just assume it's theirs. It's like they'll swallow up like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and it's like you can't write about that from your own memory. That's crazy. To me, that's absolutely nuts.
You guys want to hear
used
something
work
stupid?
for Disney, so I can't say anything about Disney.
Oh, I've been to Disneyland, and I'm afraid that if I say anything, I might not be allowed back in.
I've never been, and I don't want to because it's too expensive.
But yeah, nowadays
Oh.
it's like you might as well put out a mortgage on your house to go in. You know.
I'd
Well,
rather
I'm
go to
sorry, but
Australia.
it's worth going at least once.
I went
It
to
is.
them, a couple of times back when I had younger kids. I took to the amusement parks, but I hadn't been in years.
Well, as my understanding, since Indy brings up the fact that Captain Nemo shouldn't be copyrighted, and I agree, shouldn't be, because it's like
No.
150 years old at least. Actually, nowadays it's probably more like
Probably more.
170 years old. But like, I think the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen got in trouble because they used the design of the Nautilus from the movie, like because that's a very distinctive design.
Oh, crazy.
I don't know. I might be wrong. This is just like off the top of my head from what I remember.
Yeah, that's off the top of my head too. I remember reading something
Yeah.
about it, or hearing something about them having Nemo issues.
But I mean, a lot of publishers will get nervous if anything even touches something adjacent to Disney. So even if Disney doesn't have the rights to Captain Nemo, I could see a publisher being scared of it. So yeah, that makes sense.
You know, the copyright in general is a mess.
I had other stuff in the book that was based on other literary characters that I didn't create.
Okay.
I learned my lesson. I create everything now from just everything I write comes from me. There's no borrowing from other. I was young when I wrote that.
Yeah, I mean, everything you write's gonna be borrowed from somewhere, but like nothing directly.
No. You
Yeah.
can come up
listen,
with original material if you.
like YouTube copyright stuff is, AIDS, as we know, right? And so, the other day I had a video that I put up, right? I just needed some music for it. So I went to Suno, I grabbed some, just the instrumental stuff that I had made, right? So I switched, I went one song here, because they kind of work together. So that I did that. So at some point they overlapped a little too much. And I got a copyright notice that somebody said that was their music, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. So, but my channel's still in a lot of trouble, so I can't even fight it yet, because if they don't accept it, then I'm in more trouble, and I don't want to lose my channel, right? And so it's like,
ridiculous.
I have proof that I did a thing, but they don't care because they said so.
Yeah, and the burden of proof is on you, which is
Exactly
backwards. It's not the way it's supposed to work.
That's why I couldn't. That's why I'm in trouble. I can't fight. I can't international fight Brazil and Canada. That's not how it works.
Oh my gosh!
Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, look at this. This is the bottom of the barrel. I got a copyright strike on one of my channels for one of my own videos from another one of my channels.
Oh my!
How does that work?
Good.
That's awesome.
God Almighty.
And I'm like emailing YouTube, like, what the heck? I had to get my son to fill out the little YouTube thing and send it in. Y'all are stupid. I put the same video up. I had to quit doing that. I'd put the video up on the Daily Dan blog, write a comic book video, and then I would go over and just to have it on two channels. I would throw it up on Fat Comic Book Guy, and every time I did it, the copyright claim against myself.
What the heck? How does it?
And I'm not monetized on either channel no more.
Doesn't make a dang bit of sense, man.
Tell
That's
YouTube
absurd.
YouTube. Okay, somebody in their own comments had called themselves a head or something, a hole. I meant, and they tell themselves something like that, right? Themselves, right? It's their channel, and it was a joke back, right? And YouTube sent them a letter telling them to stop bullying, harassing themselves.
I mean, it's not YouTube, but I've gotten kicked off of, like, I've gone into timeout in Facebook jail for like 3 months for sharing a meme about like a tire swing, saying that the tire committed suicide, and I'm like, you should not be promoting self-harm. You are in Facebook jail for 3 months.
I got in trouble on YouTube for that. Okay, I made a video, right? And it was in another language, right? But it was about people saving other people's lives, right? Now I can't prove that anybody was intentionally trying to take their lives or anything, right? So I was just like, this is a great video. These are about people saving other people's lives, right? Then YouTube just takes it down. I get an email. Are you thinking of self-harm? I'm like, I am now, apparently.
Okay,
don't put up videos about gun safety or saving lives.
Go ahead, Dan.
Change the subject for this stream gets flagged.
It's too late, Dad. It's too late.
Well, it's close to my heart because right now I am working on a video about a Universal movie, and whenever I do a Universal movie, it will eventually get hit by a dispute. It doesn't happen right away. It usually happens like a month or two down the road. So every single one of my videos that is about a Universal movie, I've had to basically make members only because I don't want to give Universal my ad revenue.
That's weird.
It's annoying. Universal is the only company that attacks me. Every other company's left me alone. Disney's left me alone. Toho's left me alone. And they're both like infamous for being sticklers about copyright. But no, it's Universal that comes after me.
I've had troubles with CBS twice.
My friend gets away showing the Universal clips by putting a little thing with his name up across the middle of it when he's showing the clip. Like just put unapologetic geek sideways across it so it's not actually 100% their video, and then you might be able to.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is like what I've learned to do is basically just use stills instead of using the video, because the stills they won't flag you for. Yet, but I mean, it's only like and then I'll still make the video version because that's what I like to do. That's what I enjoy. That's what makes it fun for me. I'll still make those, and I'll just make them members only and put them on my Patreon and stuff.
You're having fun?
Yeah.
YouTube hasn't broken your soul yet?
No, because I don't have that many subscribers. I'm good.
I have less than you, and I'm damaged.
Well, you were damaged before YouTube. You know that.
No, that's true. I should blame YouTube for my problems.
I don't know. I said something
Stop it, Dan.
stupid on a general hospital thing, and they flagged me.
Yep.
I'm no longer I can no longer post anything on their thing. So I pretty much deleted them off my thing anyways by
Yikes.
doing things. I mean, like all I was doing was saying one character was just kind of creepy and all that, but maybe I used a different word, you know?
Well, you're talking about soap operas, so I can't even follow that logic. What?
That
And
well,
to
they're not real people.
They're not?
To answer this question from Indy, reversing the image used to work about 10 years ago. It doesn't work anymore, but people still do it just out of tradition, I guess, or they think it might work, but it doesn't work anymore. Like the way it works now is they pull hashes from the image. Like they actually like know what they're looking at. Like the computer actually knows what it is. It's not just like looking at the image and trying to match it to another image.
Right.
Like
So, but when you get copyrighted for your own original work because it overlaps a little bit, and then somehow it registers as somebody else's thing.
Yeah, that's just broken. That's just YouTube being broken.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Very broken.
It's really broken.
And also, like if you have like something against another creator, and you can basically just fill out a copyright claim on their channel on a video and give them a copyright strike. Like, I mean, they'll fight it and hopefully they'll win, but you could still just do that. You could just give another channel a copyright strike. And
that's why I don't report channels.
Don't ever report channels. That's just
no
it's a waste of time. That's the way I look at it. Nobody really reads it. It's a computer reads the AI and it does what it wants to.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with copyright and your channel's being attacked, you have to know somebody. Like you have to.
Yeah, I reached out to all the big creators that I know, and nobody would help me. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just sit here and go until I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I mean, otherwise you're just going to bang your head against the wall trying to get in touch with anybody at YouTube because you're not going to get in touch with anybody.
Yeah, but see, I have even worse too because I can't spell right read, right? So now what am I going to do? Help me. Why? What do you need? Help me.
That's why I stick with mostly old people anyways, like the older
people?
20s, 30s and stuff, because a lot of that can be copyright free.
Yeah.
I just, I want stuff in the public domain. I don't want to have any problems with that crap.
Be careful with that.
I've had some public domain guy.
I've been hit by public domains. Like I used to run public domain
show movies from the public domain, and right in the middle of both our stuff went dark. Did it not?
Yep.
Well, I was watching people showing some old movie in black and white from 1932 or something, and all of a sudden everything went bye-bye.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I had that problem too. I used to show public domain theater.
Oh yeah.
And what's really bad too, right? Is if there's children movies that are out there too that are copyright free and stuff, right? But you can't play them live because YouTube Kids and all that kind of stuff too. They'll get you in trouble. You'll instantly shut down, right? So you can't even play stuff like that. And then if you upload those things, YouTube just won't you have comments on at all. It's just like
apparently Night of the Living Dead you can get away with.
Yes, I was able to show Night of the Living Dead without any copyright issues. Yeah, but
I'm going to send a copyright claim. I own it somehow.
My stream didn't last 5 minutes, and that is in the public domain.
Oh, that is crazy.
The Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I was watching
I remember that.
Yeah.
All I remember was we were watching the movie and you had some people on there talking about it. The next thing I know, bam, it was just over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was, it happened a couple of times, and that's why I stopped doing it.
That's terrible.
It's not worth the headache.
Right?
Well, at least it didn't stop you and give you a copyright strike and shut you down for 3 months.
No, I didn't get any strikes. I've never gotten a copyright strike. I've only gotten.
I get one every year around Halloween for showing The Night Stalker.
Yeah, I'm there. He's like, we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, I've moved all of my TV reviews to Patreon and members only because I'm not even going to play around with that.
But I must admit, that tumbleweed video that you made there, Tug. No, that's awesome. See, living out here in California, there's tumbleweeds everywhere, right? And no, I can see that because I've seen them fly up over my fence and crouch into our backyard up the hill. I've seen it. It's terrible. They are alive. And
it's one of those things that seems laughable, but I can see it being creepy.
No, it is. Like out here too, like when it gets really windy, right? Get the Santa Ana's blowing, right? Old tumbleweeds are just like rolling down the street, you're right. They're attacking people's cars, and some people can't even get into their cars anymore. And then And
Wow.
this is what blows my mind. In the 90s, right? People would then save the biggest tumbleweeds they could till Christmas time, and then they would make tumbleweed snowmans and put them in their front yard. And I'm like, only in California. I don't know.
That's pretty awesome, actually. It's something I would do.
I mean, if you want your decorations not to be stolen, there you go. Yeah. So they would put eyes on them and stuff too. I was like, right. And then one person would do it, then like everybody would start doing it. I'm like, where do they find these big tumbleweeds at? Also,
Right,
tumbleweeds have like thorns. Wouldn't they be like painful to work with?
Yes, they're very bad.
I didn't know they were thorny.
Yeah. Oh yes, they're very thorny. And then you itch a lot. You do.
Wow.
Getting them when they're green.
In South Carolina, we like to build our snowman, and we like to fill them full of the bottom part full of bricks and blocks, or build them on top of a stump. So when some idiot comes down the road and tries to run them over, they get a big surprise.
Well, I mean, you can either get a snow globe or you can get tumbleweeds. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get that much snow here, though. Mostly we just get cold, wet, and ice.
I thought Hurricane Sarah made you all wet, though, right?
Yeah, well, rain.
That could be bad.
No, totally. And ice. Ice is
we
way
got real
worse
bad
than
ice
snow.
storms sometimes. Like take the power out for 15 days. Ice storms.
Hey, we just got crappy things built out here, so I still have power and water.
I live on the perfect intersection of like the southeast earthquake zone, tornado alley, and the Mississippi River tends to flood. So like I'm in all kinds of different weather warning areas all the time.
Wow, that's so minor. In California.
Hey, I originally lived in Florida, like right on the shaft. So I dealt with a lot of hurricanes back in my day. So
trust me, I like this time of the year the best. I like the harsh Tallahassee winters when it's just 50 degrees out,
Hey, bud.
As opposed to like when I used to wait for the train in 40 below weather to get to my job.
Yeah, there you go. No, when I was a kid one time, I think maybe second, third grade or whatever, the neighborhood our street was walking down our street to the bus stop around the corner and up whatever. Anyways, and so cute little Sarah was walking and I was holding my mom's hand because I was cute, right? I'm a cute girl. I'm gonna walk with my mom, okay?
Aww.
Now, somebody had left their sprinklers on at night, so it froze and I didn't see the ice. So I went on my bum. It hurt. Anyways, little Sarah still went to school because Sarah is brave, even though I had sore bum. Anyways, ice, everybody. Never once. Oh, I meant water frozen ice, not the other ice.
Hey, you can do that whenever you want. Yeah.
Wait, frozen ice or ice ice? Wait, ice baby? Okay.
Vanilla ice, yes.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah, everybody was doing vanilla ice back in back in my third grade years. Everybody was doing vanilla ice.
I was out of high school by that time.
I was in third grade. Well, I'm child, baby.
Yeah, I was already in college.
She is the youngest of us.
Right? How do you guys know?
I remember my son getting in the car when I picked him up from school. I got this great new CD, Vanilla Ice, and he threw it in the CD player. There's ice, baby. Ice, baby. I mean, I never will forget the look on his little face when I took that CD out the CD player and flipped it out the window. He's gonna cry.
Yeah, there was this girl. She had jacked her brother's tape to what was the song? It was California's Had a Party, right? No. Gangsta's Paradise. That was the Gangsta's Paradise one. So she had that. She stole it from her brother, right? And she just bragged about it. And then she made one of the kids on the short bus because special ed. Anyway, so she made one of the kids mad on there. So they came over to her, took the tape out of their hands, broke it in half, took the spools of tape, and went out the window and watched it go.
I'm like, oh my god!
And the bus driver was just not paying attention. I'm just like,
sure.
And then she was running out the bus to stop crying.
Oh,
anyways, no. I was like, oh well, don't steal from your brother and whatever. It's crazy stuff. But anyways,
I threw a Tupac CD out the window one time, and it cost me $100 because the cop got me for littering.
Oh, God.
Careful.
I got a littering fine.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
throwing out
gosh.
Tupac is against the law in general, so you're lucky you didn't go to jail, death row records or something.
You're on a Diddy list somewhere.
Oh! Wait, you know what? He probably is. He's got like 8,000 million kids or something. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Who knows?
So I don't do math, but if I did, it's like a billion.
Like 160 something last count.
Only.
Last count.
Have
Yeah,
a good
Dan
day
has
too,
more-
Keith.
bye-bye, Keith.
See, Keith. Yeah, Dan's got more kids than he does YouTube channels, so we're going to put all that to rest now.
Way more. Way more.
But right?
Yeah.
Anyways, all the questions have been answered today. Any more?
I thought we was going to talk about movies.
We
I mean, if
did.
you
We
want to. We talked
did.
about Porky's.
Yeah, and we also talked about Starfish Nazis. I mean, was there more?
Like was just,
Okay.
pretty much ran the gamut of everything.
Yeah, we talked about
covered everything.
the two things that were made.
Okay,
Ever.
Doug, have you ever seen a movie? Have you ever seen a movie called Warp Speed with Adam West?
I don't think I have. No.
No.
Yeah,
I
would
love
you
Adam
believe
West.
me if I told you there was a Star Trek movie that featured Starfleet, that featured captains from Starfleet, that had Adam West in it, that it's called Warp Speed, it's made in the 80s, and I think it might be a Star Trek movie.
Okay.
What I think is funny about that
I'm
is
writing
I
that down
woke up.
right now.
I woke up in the morning a few days ago, and I took out Dan's things because there's like 800 of them, and I had to go check them out right away, right? So I go into that one and I watch it, right? I leave a comment and stuff, and then like as soon as I get done with it, he texts me it, and I'm like, I already watched it. He's like, of course you did.
It'd been up like 2 minutes, and I was like, how the heck did you watch it?
Well, because I took it with me to the bathroom. What do
By
you
the
mean?
way, it don't have no copyright on it, and I put it up on a channel already. It's clear if you want to play it and watch it.
I would recommend we watch it, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But Dan's going to have to send it to you. Because I don't know what channel it's on.
And we're not going to watch it right now. I'm just like,
Oh, no, we're going to watch it on Thursday.
oh, okay. Yeah.
They'll have it ready, and he'll send it to me, and
I'll send it to you anyway so you can check it out. Matter of fact,
Yeah, I'll look into it.
You go to my Danny Staten channel, the whole movie is on the playlist in my
Wow.
cool movies.
I'm going there right now. I'll find it.
Oh. You type quiet.
Yeah. I haven't even seen the trailer for it, but there's actually another part to this movie called Time Warp. And Adam West is in it too.
Adam West. I met Adam West. He's awesome. And he remembered my mom when she used to sell him stamps at the Pacific Palisades back in the 70s. It was cool. I have that video on my channel too.
I love
Wow.
telling people about stuff they've never heard of that kind of blows their mind.
Yeah,
This already sounds like I can't believe there was something with Adam West in it Dave Sunstorm didn't know about.
Wow.
I called Dave up and talked to him about this, sent him the movie and the trailer and stuff. No, I never heard of this. Holy cow. So when Dave Sunstorm hadn't heard about it, you done hit on something major.
Yeah. It's just as dang.
That's funny.
Dave, what are you doing out there? You dropped the ball. Dan felt it before you?
Yeah. That happened. The only one that might have probably knew about it in advance was Chance.
Of course.
Chance
Probably
knows
made it, though.
everything.
He probably would have known where it was filmed, who was on the set. And
Mhm.
How
And
many
he probably got
credits-
an autograph from like half the cast at least.
yeah,
if not, who ran the camera that day?
I mean,
Yeah. He's all, my best friend's mother-in-law was on this set. And I'm like, of course.
Which channel of yours did you say it was on?
the
Dan?
movies in the playlist on the Danny Staten channel. It's my regular mod channel.
Oh, okay.
And it's in a playlist called Cool Movies, and it's called Warp Speed. But if you go to my Shot
Warp
Theater
Speed,
channel,
right.
I think it is, or the Starlog channel, one of them. Starlog.
I think it was Starlog. Yeah, I think it was Starlog.
Starlog. Yeah, I've got the trailer.
Look what Indy said, guys.
Oh wow.
You know, TV movies.
There you go.
Go Indy. Go Indy.
Well, of course. And he went. Here's the information because that's what he do.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
It's hot. Is anybody else hot? Gosh, it's the wintertime and I'm hot.
Yeah. That's why
It
It is
just
actually
saying.
hot today. Like it's 50 degrees, which is hot for this time of year. Yeah, I call my family and they'll be like, "It's freezing," and I'll be like, "What temperature is it?" They'll be like, "It's 48." Shut up.
It's 68 here. Yeah, I'm sweating. It's bad.
Here.
It's 20% humidity. It feels way hotter than that. So, whoa. Hey, we got winds at 2 miles an hour.
But
Go
then
get
again,
your kites.
I'm of that age where everything feels hot.
I'm just hot. We know that. Mm.
Doug, do you remember the movie where the crew goes out to find a spaceship that went out somewhere and came back abandoned and the crew's missing?
Like
And
Event
we're-
Horizon?
Is that the name of it?
I mean, that sounds like the setup to a couple of different movies, but it sounds like Event Horizon.
I was
well,
going through my list and I went,
Where they went out in space and the crew got lost and then they send a psychic up to the abandoned spaceship to try to figure out what's going on. And
Okay, no, that's keep going.
but it's kind of the premise of Warp Speed.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm getting a feeling that somebody might have got some ideas for future movies from this old TV movie from 1981.
I'll look into it and I'll do some research
I
on
haven't
it. And
seen it all. I've seen a few minutes of it. I'm going to watch it all the way through, and I'm going to watch Warp Speed.
Andy says that is Warp Speed.
well, that's what Danny's saying, that Warp Speed may have inspired this other movie.
These two movies from 1981 with Adam West that are on the same little, what do you call it, Mandela effect of their own.
Yeah, if I can find enough interesting information about it, maybe I'll make a video on it. Yeah, it sounds fascinating to me. It sounds like a fun little rabbit hole.
I don't think nobody's ever heard it because, like I said, anybody I brought it up to so far are like, "What the heck?"
Yeah,
I had to go find the movie or find the trailer to find out I'm not totally insane. Living in
I found it on IMDb, so I know it exists.
a parallel universe because nobody's ever heard of it.
Yeah, but Chaz is on IMDb too, so we know that's just.
Yeah, he's a living IMDb. Yes.
Oh well, there you
can't really go by IMDb. Really, you can't.
go. What?
You can't go by IMDb very often. Sometimes.
What are you talking about? It's 100% the perfect. Duh.
No, just that it's there, that it exists. I'm not like taking any information from it.
Whatever. You were sitting going, no, this is gospel fact here. Scriptures of IMDb.
Yes, I get all my facts from IMDb and Wikipedia.
That's
I've been
what I
accused of
say.
that.
Yeah, see, IMDb is correct about Chance's birthday. Chance's birthday, which is really what he thinks it is wrong. His birth certificate is wrong. IMDb correct. So Chance needs to fix himself. See, fortunately, I don't have IMDb.
I can get all my Star Trek information probably from books.
Yeah, he has a Bible too
Star
of
Trek books, Star Trek encyclopedias, and 100 different ways to speak Klingon, stuff like that. I've always been a big Star Trek fan. That's what really freaks me out, that I've never heard no mention of this movie that features Starfleet and
Adam
Star Trek
West
stuff. And
Did Adam West drink milk out of a brandy, sister? Like, I mean, he did it in Batman. That was pretty based.
I'm getting a feeling from what I've seen, Adam West might not be the nicest guy in this movie. He might not be all
okay.
be Batman,
No shark repellent.
That's possible, but
He's all, I know why the crew's missing. Shark repellent.
You can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah, I set up that. Okay, I had that meme of Adam West with the bomb, but somebody took it out and put a turkey in there before I could really remember how to do that. Anyway, so that was my Thanksgiving thing I was posting around, with that,
That's
right?
funny.
And I sent it to Chance, and the first thing he says, "I'm stealing it, thank you," and he posts it. I'm like, okay, that's my chance. At least he told me before I just went over there and saw it, because I see this post come up from Chance, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh I see. It's okay. Which one did you do first? Did you post it before you told me, or do you just that fast. It was funny. Good dude. But yeah, Santa wants to hold the turkey, right? It's just Happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, yeah. And then you threw it at the ducks, and you know what happens then. Mm.
Oh
Gosh,
my
I love that movie.
I'm
One of my
hurting.
favorites. Yeah. Oh, my nose is running. Gross. Okay.
Star Trek Travel Guide: How to see alien planets on 6 red shirts a day.
No thanks. I don't want to wear the red shirt. I'll
You
take
know,
it.
I actually own one.
Oh,
I-
okay. Did your wife have you wear a lot? Just asking for a friend.
No.
No.
I
That
used to
means
work
yes.
I used to work at Target, and at Target they make you wear red. So like I bought a red Star Trek shirt, like classics with the classic logo and everything. So yeah.
Cool.
Ah, so working at Target wasn't enough for you. You had to look extra nerdy. Good job.
Well, of course.
Reminds me that.
Wait, put up that thing I gave you.
I'm on it.
All right, good. See, nerd alert.
See, that reminds me of Weird Al Yankovic. I'm white and nerdy.
Right? That's what I always say about every song I don't like that Weird Al is fixed. Or when Weird Al fixed it. And we thank Weird Al on a daily basis. Dear Weird Al, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amish Paradise is better than Gangsta Paradise. So yeah.
Oh, hashtag facts, man.
This is
I'll
great.
Amish all day long,
In the
man. I'll
video.
turn the other cheek. Watch me. Yeah. All right. You know, it's really interesting. Those Weird Al's parents lived in Fallbrook, which is not that far from me, right?
Yeah.
And they ended up dying there because I think it was their
Carbon monoxide.
carbon dioxide. Yeah, and that I was like, yeah, it was a big story going around here that Weird Al's parents died. I'm like, well, the good thing now I'm in Riverside County, so I'm not involved in that one.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, their
Oh, yeah.
carbon monoxide detector went out, and they had like a clogged fireplace or something like that.
Oh,
And-
Wow. You know, now I really feel bad about throwing his CDs out the window too.
Is that how their parents died from their carbon monoxide? You drove by their house to a CD and plugged it?
There it is. Yeah.
Dan.
I used to have
I'm
a
gonna
bad
put that
habit.
on IMDb.
Didn't want to hear it again. Bye. I went and did it, man. Somebody else could find that and have it.
Oh, right.
just
That's
trying to
what you
give.
did.
Yeah. It was in the
Yeah.
spirit of giving. It is
Mhm.
Christmas.
Apparently, you just walked by Dan, you get hit by a CD.
I always threw them out in bad neighborhoods. So whoever found it would appreciate it.
Oh, okay. You're a
Right?
public servant.
Yes. Dan's got to make sure. See, that was before YouTube, I'm sure, so he couldn't just send out a link. You know, he went, here's your link.
Catch the frisbee,
Right?
tiny star.
Dude, I saw Weird Al in concert. It was one of the last ones he did when he did all those costume changes, right? And it was free at one of the fairs. I don't know if it was San Diego or LA. I don't know. But anyways, it was awesome. So cool. I saw Weird Al live.
That's awesome.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It was great.
Ron is still here. I know he used to go see Weird Al all the time. So he's
Weird Al.
times.
Weird Al's
Apparently he
my
puts
hero.
on a great show. I've never seen
Oh, yes, definitely.
Neither.
I didn't ask, Dan.
No. Weird Al's a national treasure in our house. So is Dr. Demento.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
Dr. Demento is the one who, got him his big break.
Well, yeah, but see, we give him all the credits
My
of the
baloney.
funnies. Like a surgeon, cutting for the very first time. See, he fixed Madonna. Thank you. How to make Madonna tolerable. Weird Al. There you go.
I like another one rides the bus.
Oh yeah, that was filmed. That was the first take, and it was filmed live on whatever radio. And I was like, "That's awesome. That's why it sounds so horrible." Also, yeah. And my dad always liked that one because when he was in Brazil, he was like, and it was like this. Everybody just kept riding on the bus, and the women would be topless breastfeeding. And I'm like, "Oh, Dad, wow." And he's like, "Yeah, it was just normal." I'm like, just packed in there. It's all hot, sweaty jungles, and we're packed in there. And I'm like, oh. So that one was an especially poignant song for our family.
Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
or Sardine Express.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could think of a lot of songs that I'll have to come up with on Thursday.
No, I did enjoy Weird Al's music back when I was young, and I heard a lot of that stuff, like Another One Rides the Bus. But I have never once in my life had no desire to buy a ticket and go see a Weird Al in concert. I just
I
had.
saw it for free.
I wouldn't even go for free.
Okay. Well, sorry
I
for your
wouldn't go
loss.
for free if it was across the hall, you know.
Okay. I mean,
If I had to physically
Listen.
cross the street to go see him, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, I get that. Sorry for your loss. No one to
I
say,
like
man.
God, what's
I can
that
watch
one where
on video,
he
no
did the Paul McCartney song? The song is just 6 words long. Yeah.
Is it
This
just called
song
6
is just
words long?
6 words long. Yeah.
I don't know. You know what's just popped in my head now? It was a Buffon. You know that I don't know if you guys remember that one. A bowl of his Buffon macadamia. It's just like we're just saying like that. So yeah, we do that sometimes in my house.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unlike Danny, I love Weird Al, and I would definitely go see a concert of his if it was free.
Awesome. Yeah. So you're normal. Poor Dan.
I'd pay for it. Honestly.
I would too.
This box right here is full of nothing, pretty much, but hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of ticket stubs from
Wow.
concerts like Travis Tritt, Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney,
we
you
can
go
go
see
see
that? You go see him over Weird Al? Dude, you are insane. Get him some help.
Hey,
Oh, Ric Flair. What was
hey,
that?
wait a minute. Do you have any Leonard Skinner in there?
Isn't he Duran Duran?
I mean, with the original band, you know?
From every
Wow, that's an impressive collection.
every
Yeah, it
wrestling
is.
match I've ever been to ever.
Yeah, we
That's
call that
cool.
hoarding, but it's cool.
That's your.
Here's a whole set of Keith Urban tickets where I took a bunch of people.
Oh, that's not impressive.
That's where we saw Elvis Presley when he was alive.
Wow. No, that's
But
great.
that's impressive.
Yeah, to me, that's
And I got
impressive.
this big box of ticket stubs. There's not one Weird Al in there.
That's too bad. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And you're right.
No,
that was
no,
George
not today.
Harrison, not Paul McCartney. I was hoping
just
nobody
fine.
would have caught that when I realized it.
This one from
Whoops.
1985 with Ric Flair versus Wahoo McDaniels.
Oh,
Or the-
no.
Well,
way.
that's pretty cool.
I like Ric Flair.
That's the first
I
time
love
they
Ric
did
Flair.
that
Wrestling.
TV thing where you could watch it on the big screen.
Oh, cool.
Like they did the boxing back in the day. That's from 1980s. They did weird
Jumbo
stuff.
screen or whatever they used to call it.
Yeah.
Jumbotron.
That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's a WrestleMania from New York.
No, that's
Beautiful
cool.
ticket, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That one looks
I'm
fairly
surprised he
recent.
doesn't have it like printed on his arm, right? I want
Yeah.
wrestling this day. I want
Yeah,
wrestling that day.
What is that?
Tim McGraw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got a country problem, sir. That's sad.
He is in South Carolina.
My wife,
That's no
that passed away,
excuse.
was a big country music fan, and she drugged me to every horrible country music show that ever existed.
Oh, cool.
See.
I should write some
I
horrible
wasn't
country
there
music
because I
too.
want it to be. I like heavy metal.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I want her going by herself. I wound up pretty
But
much
this
seeing
is
every music act you could ever imagine.
so. This is what I find very disturbing about that. Dan, is you'd rather see all those horrible country acts and not Weird Al once. Fix yourself, sir.
I've seen the Eagles and Pink Floyd
Well,
I've
yeah,
seen a
those
lot
are
of
normal
people-
things to see.
Kiss.
I'm proud of those.
times. I've seen Ozzy Osbourne probably 25 or 30 times.
Mm.
I
I saw 5 Finger Death Punch.
I actually loaded speakers and set up amps for the Monsters of Rock tour with Van Halen.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
I was on tour with these guys for about 6 months and got to go to a bunch of free shows all over the country.
Well,
You know
that's
the
pretty cool.
Then I got smart and transferred to security, where all I had to do was walk around and watch people instead of loading heavy stuff, and did another couple of
there you go.
That's,
Yeah, I used
You
to
know-
work in the Orlando arena, so I saw a lot of free concerts that way. That was
Oh.
fun when I was like 18.
that's
Oh.
cool.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
I was
get
in
paid in a
Greenville
show.
Memorial Auditorium at Leonard Skinner's last concert before they had the plane crash.
Oh my God, you saw the original band.
And now we know why they had the plane crash.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I love Skinner. They're good.
Yeah,
They were good.
Skinner is good.
No, they are good, but I just don't know where they had the plane crash. Dan was helping them. Let me
That
know
was
this
sad.
for you.
That was sad.
I was at the last concert they done, but and a couple of days later they crashed a plane somewhere in the swamp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp gas got
in
him.
the middle of
I
that
was
swamp
at
now.
the Kiss concert in Greenville when they had that big guy fall from the roof and get killed, and the building caught fire and all that, and everybody got run out in the rain, and they had to riot. I was at that.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna make some more jokes, but maybe not. Too soon.
Well,
Okay. Dang. Well, not
I remember a Grateful Dead concert in Orlando.
I would never remember one of those.
Grateful Dead doesn't come to Orlando anymore because security was a real big problem, and they were like being really mean to people, and it was not a good time. It bordered on a riot. If they weren't all so high and tripping on acid, they probably would have rioted.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he can't lift my arms up, I'm not going to riot. Okay. You know, it's like reefer madness, right? You know, weed, the devil's lettuce, or whatever, going to kill you thing, right? And this guy, he's so high, he runs out and jumps out the window. I guarantee you, I will not even get up to go to the bathroom until I absolutely have to, where I can at least use my legs. Okay.
But Grateful
So, yeah,
Dead is a great concert because like
Well,
they were playing like one song for 40 years, basically.
right?
I thought Grateful Dead too. I caught them a couple of times back in the day.
They put on a good show. They're a lot of fun.
I like Pink Floyd a lot better though. Pink Floyd.
I saw Pink
yeah.
Floyd right at the end of Pink Floyd's touring. Yeah, when they were doing it wasn't Roger Waters. It was like the Division Bell because I'm young, but it was a great concert. Probably the coolest concert I ever saw was a Pink Floyd concert.
Pink Floyd's one of the notorious ones for having beautiful stage presence.
Oh yeah.
In their
The two bands
Oh,
that I liked the best in concert was when I saw Alice Cooper, because Alice Cooper's stage show. If you have not seen Alice, especially a Halloween show, I recommend if you get the chance, you catch that before it's too late. Alice Cooper rocks. And the other one I saw when he was alive, Ronnie James Dio. Dio had a great stage show. Giant spider comes from the roof, laser guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You can't beat it, man.
Dan's nightmare is a spider, and he's like, "It's so cool. I'm not going to have a."
Really bad with all that spiders too, so that made it even better.
Yeah.
With a laser shooting guitar. Come on.
Reminds me of kids
awesome.
when Gene Simmons would ride, or Gene Simmons or Paul Stanley would ride like this thing that looked like almost like a ski thing down the auditorium, and people would be staring at them like that. They had such an interesting presence too.
Right.
I saw AC/DC a few times. I like them. I saw him once with Bon Scott back in the early days, and then I saw him again with Brian Johnson in the 80s. And I think Brian Johnson was a lot better vocalist.
Okay.
There you go.
We have a Pink Floyd cover band here in St. Louis called El Monstero that are actually really good, and they do put on a really good show, trying to be as true to the original Pink Floyd as they can. I mean, they got the crazy laser light shows, they got the flying pig, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
We don't go as often as we like when we first moved here. Me and my wife, we used to go because they put on a show twice a year. We'd go twice a year. We don't do that much anymore because we have a teenage son who doesn't like concerts because he's insane. I don't know.
Not even
don't like concerts.
Whoa.
Boy, that's rare.
Yeah, he doesn't like loud noises. He's got sensory issues.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So there are earplugs.
Yeah, but
No. Okay. So let's just talk about music, right? Have you guys ever heard of a band called Finch?
No.
Okay, well, the Finch, basically came out after I graduated from high school, right? Now they were originally called Numb, and they were a high school band in my school, and the drummer is my cousin. So they, they got signed to.
He's my cousin.
Whatever. Yeah, he's my cousin. How can you not know? Oh, the Carrot Temecula. How do you not know?
We don't know who they are for 100 tugs.
No, but anyways, they're alternative rock and they're mainstream stuff, right? And I was going somewhere with the story and I forgot now. Oh well, how do you know those from Temecula? Ah, okay. So I forgot my point now. If I remember, I'll let you know Thursday. Or
I
DM
also
you at 3 in the morning.
let's see. Talking about concert memories, I saw the Crystal Method at the House of Blues. Which, what does the Crystal Method have to do with blues? I have no idea.
I was at the Anaheim House of Blues at Anaheim, and the last concert there before they tore it down was Five Finger Death Punch. So that was cool.
I mean, like the House of Blues isn't necessarily about blues, but anyway, I saw Crystal Method, and on stage, Crystal Method is just two guys with a bunch of synthesizers, and one of them, his keyboard wasn't working properly, like it kept like malfunctioning on him, so he was getting really mad, and he like stood on his keyboard stand and held the keyboard over his head, fell over, literally broke his leg. And kept going. Like he left the stage for about like 2 minutes to get like taped up or something, and he came right back out. The show must go on. He didn't stop, even though we later learned he had literally broken his leg in like 2 places, and he was in excruciating pain the whole time. But they still put on a heck of a show. So that's impressive.
Drugs,
I respect the heck out of Crystal Method for that.
Crystal Method, just I get the play on words there.
Yeah,
I seen the guy from Cinderella get beamed one night. He was coming down from the roof, playing a piano and singing a song, and somebody threw a liquor bottle on him right upside the head. It busted upside his head, and about knocked him off that flying piano. He's all out of blood all over the place. He went backstage, he cleaned up, and come back and finished the concert. But he was not a happy camper.
Yeah.
Blame him.
I think they cut it short that night.
Yeah.
I thought that was so rude. Even though they suck, you shouldn't throw bottles at them.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was rude that they quit early. I'm like, they got bottles thrown at them. What do you mean? No, I get what you're saying.
I really liked them a lot. So that really messed up my day.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I have an itch. So, let's see. Yeah, Trip Like I Do, great song. Oh yeah, it was in the Replacement Killers. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Good call, Indy. You know everything, Indy.
I think Indy is AI.
Might be. What is that, Danny? You froze on me.
Really fat me interviewing David Soul and Sono.
Well, now he's in slow-mo. Oh, there you are.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, looking feller.
Awesome.
I'm finding all kinds of stuff I didn't know was in the box. It fell over. I'm gonna make a video about this box of ticket stubs. I'm gonna do one on Ras Tickets, one on rock concerts, and apparently one on Stars and Cars freaking auto shows.
Yeah.
Then he'll do one about how Weird Al is not for him.
I never did not like Weird Al. I just wouldn't go to a concert to see Weird Al do imitation songs.
No, he fixed them. He fixed the songs. Madonna's a good proof that, like a virgin. No, like a virgin for the very first time. Come on, that's way better. Yeah. Weird Al all sexy with a scalpel. I mean, whoa. Won me over.
I like when he goes with the hacksaw.
Well, he says he's not AI, so like we'll take his word for it because an AI would never lie.
I break AIs all the time. I'll know for sure. I'll start typing things and AIs go,
I'm losing my mind, Dave.
I can feel it.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Indy is AI.
I never saw him, but I did see Peter Gabriel once. So he put on a really like trippy show. Like he had a whole tree like growing out of the stage and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah, Aspen's cool, man. Try it. I mean,
I did. Long time ago.
Well, all those who have say aye. All those opposed say nay. Okay, so I thought. Nobody in chat said nay either.
Look, I'm on record saying my favorite sci-fi movie is 2001. Of course, I've taken acid.
Yeah, I can't even get past that movie. Now I know how to. Thank you. I've tried so many times. I'm falling asleep. My ADHD brain's like, it's like watching the Star Trek the slow motion picture, right? You're just like,
oh gosh.
I'm like, dude, if I could just put this on, what's the highest speed here? Okay, let's do that. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, that movie
Nothing
was trying
happened.
to capitalize on 2001. It was trying to be 2001. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was so bad idea. Don't do that. Okay.
They course corrected with the second one.
yeah, they did. But then there's Picard and it's stuck now, so I can't even anymore. All right.
I don't hate Picard, but I do hate what they did to Worf. I thought that was awful.
Listen, I watched the first season and I was done. Okay. I mean, there's giant orcas coming out to take down spaceships, and I'm like, oh no, what are we doing? Like, we got shields and phasers still, right?
Season 2 and season 3 are better than season 1, but if you didn't like season 1, you're not going to like the rest of it anyway. Like,
I know that. I saw the first season. I'm like,
yeah,
still got a little scarring from that.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I was annoyed that like they take such a cliche storyline about like an android uprising and put it in Star Trek, where
right,
Star Trek
I'm like,
cliches like that.
And then they kill off everybody. This is like kill off the main characters of the series, and I'm like, why? You don't have to. What did they do to you? We got each his first thing in the movie. He's like, hey guys, eyeball, I murdered. Why?
Shoot to kill.
That? And you got
that last Terminator movie where they kill John Connor in the opening scene. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's helpful. I'm like, so this is what now? But one of the things that really irritated me from the very beginning is like there's this Romulan now that's like in Picard's employment or something, right? And she's got an accent from Earth, and I'm like, so how long has this been a thing? Not long enough for her to be that old.
Well,
why?
I mean, Jean-Luc Picard, a Frenchman, has an English accent, so I mean,
but he's still from Earth, so that makes sense. But she's clearly not. She's too old to have been grown up there, right? So why does she have an accent? Was she some sort of undercover spy that is now all forgiven? What? I don't get it. I don't get any of that. Anyways, but then you got Patrick Stewart out there who's like, and I helped write it. I know the Star Trek fans want. I'm like, oh, so you decided not to do that? Okay, why? Did you hear what you said? I know what they want, and I'm not going to deliver. I mean, totally did, I swear. No, you didn't. No.
You didn't get Jack.
Right? I don't know what that was, but I certainly wasn't. Enterprise. They didn't even put Star Trek in the title of that when they first came out with it. Star Trek Picard? No. Don't do that. Just make a Picard, and he could just be aromatic syndrome in the corner. Like, that makes sense. That's fine. I'll watch that. Then you got the MacGuffin of the sonic screwdriver, engineering tool. You have that, you're fixed.
I didn't mean to get Sarah started on a rant.
I really don't want to talk about it.
What don't you want to talk about, Dan?
I saw Picard. I saw season 1 of Picard, and I really don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm glad I
Anyways,
never got
the story is,
what I've seen
don't
so
Picard
far
never once.
is depressing, man.
If you want to watch modern Star Trek, just watch Strange New Worlds. That's
I've seen
yeah.
some of that.
Strange New Worlds is
on
fantastic.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I heard it was good.
It feels more like original Star Trek than anything Star Trek's ever done since the original Star Trek. So.
Indeed.
Oh god. Oh, that's good.
All right. So
Indy
that just
too.
proves right there that he is not AI.
Because AI does not have a good sense of humor. Yes.
No, they do not.
I was pissed off that Now You See Me, a movie that's not very good. I don't really even like it. They made a sequel to it and they didn't call it Now You Don't.
What do they call it? Now you do?
They call it Now You See Me 2.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
Tom Hanks.
It's like a layup.
Is that
What?
with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, that's Catch Me If You Can. You're thinking.
Okay.
Which is a great movie. I love Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
The Now You See Me is like a bunch of magicians.
Like, God, Woody
Jesse
Harrelson.
Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah,
it's not
I
good.
saw that piece of garbage. Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
Right? Yeah. Don't hold back.
Stop bottling up your opinions so much.
It's a piece of the word they'd beat me out for if I used it.
But I mean, like, you know me, I tend to find like good things about everything. Here I am saying Picard's not terrible, and even I think Now You See Me is not very good. So obviously,
Not very good.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It's AIDS.
That's as mean as I can get.
I've heard you say way meaner.
Leonardo DiCaprio is awesome.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can is awesome. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think that was based off of a real thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get movies with crappy titles mixed up.
Yeah, they'll become one big pile of cancer AIDS, and they all just kind of get muddled together, and you're like, sifting. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like when we were talking about Christmas movies, and like somebody said a movie called Christmas Story, but not A Christmas Story. And I started Googling, and that drove me completely insane. How many movies there are called like A Christmas Story or Christmas Tale or Christmas Chronicles or
Christmas
and the whole time he was
movies.
talking about Santa Claus the movie. So like
At least 2,000 movies, at least 2,000 on Hallmark Channel, all with Christmas.
Okay.
songs.
Hallmark Channel.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not a big holiday movie kind of person, right? Like, it's got to be something really good for me to see, or it's got to have a casting that it interests me at all, right? Because everything is the same. It's some sort of Christmas miracle because, of course. Okay, so
formulated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's only one formulation. It's Christmas miracle, and that's it, right? And even Krampus is Christmas miracle, okay?
I like Krampus. Leave him alone.
Listen, Krampus is my hero. I swear, don't come visit me.
Me too.
Well, I'm sure that's going to be a topic of conversation tonight on your stream.
Oh yeah, I think we're talking about good movies, so that might come up.
I like Krampus.
I saw most of it, but I fell asleep because there's a party night. Because Christmas miracle.
Right.
Anyways, and it was awesome. I mean, I'm sitting there watching, this is great. And then I don't know, at some point I woke up the next day and I was like, okay.
Anyway, Indy's leaving, and without Indy, we can't have a show. So we're gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
See you later tonight, hopefully, Indy.
But we've done our hour and a half. So yes,
Awesome.
Check out their show tonight. I do have a review of First Men in the Moon dropping in about half an hour.
Cool.
Does everybody else
watch his stuff
plug?
too. Yeah. Go and support him.
See what Tug comes up with about warp speed. I really will.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, we should regroup again Thursday
about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the lineup for this week coming up. Okay, after today's last show with Dan and Pons and I, then I'll be live again on Thursday doing the traditional words we say, and then after that it'll be Saturdays with BBB, and then rinse and repeat for the following week. It's really good. We do laundry like that. It's awesome. I can't wait to do laundry. Hopefully I'm not naked next week. Yay!
You're gonna have to get out a washboard and start like doing old fashioned way.
Yeah, I've been looking in crafting places, right? And they have a lot of washboards there and other things that are weird. But crafts, everyone, strange. But anyways, yeah, I was thinking about that too, and I mentioned it to my mom. And anyways, we don't have a washboard still, but it's not so much the washer that's the problem, because that'll work. There's no dryer. There's 4 people here. There's no clotheslines.
Yeah, and I'll be on BBB show on Saturday night, offending people like usual.
There you go.
I love it. I love
Me
it.
too. I love it.
No, it's great.
You rock, Dan.
Yeah. Anywho, but at the end of the day, and all the things that are said and done, love you guys. I always have fun.
You too.
You're so geeky. Thank you.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you.
Right?
Love you guys too. Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye. Good.
Thank you and good night.